guys, I'm Nicolette from Maas Music Voice Studio. I'm a vocal coach in the San Diego area, and I'm going to be reacting to Jimin Park, I hope I'm saying that right, and her version of Into the Unknown from Frozen 2.
I can hear you, but I won't. Some look for trouble, while others don't. There's 1,000 reasons I should go about my day and ignore your whispers, which you wish would go away. Oh.
I really like it so far. She starts in very, I guess, not full out, which I love because she's building up the story of the song. And I really like her tone quality. It's very clean, it's balanced, it's just a preference for me, but I do not actually love Idina Menzel's vocal quality. It's just a preference thing. A lot of people love her voice and the way it sounds, but I'm just not a huge fan of just her sound in general, so I much prefer this already.
Everyone I ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, seeker siren, but I'm blocking out your calls. I've had my adventure.
So even just in that much so far, finishing out the verse and the pre-chorus kind of leading into that, she has good diction. I can understand her words pretty well. The only thing is, I mean, this is actually, I kind of like that she does this, but she adds a lot of vocal style things like fry to the beginning of her kind of phrases, which I personally like. It gives it a more pop flair, kind of like radio pop sound compared to just a strictly more theater-y sound, if that makes sense. So a more musical theater sound would have a cleaner entrance and it wouldn't have as much of that fry sound. She's not a musical theater singer. She's a pop singer. She's a K-pop singer, I believe. So that makes sense.
I don't need something new. I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown.
I like that. That's really good. It's really balanced. It doesn't sound scrulty, which scrulting is, I don't know if it's a strictly musical theater term, but it means scream belting. It just sounds like yelling and just kind of really harsh and heavy. At least that's how I define it. She's finding a very balanced sound.
Make a big mistake. Or are you someone out there who's a little bit like me, who knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be?
I don't know if this is a language thing, but I noticed on this verse, some of her diction is a little softer and not as clean. And again, she's more of a pop singer, so in pop music and radio pop, they don't emphasize ending consonants as much. But I think it's also because I don't think English is her first language. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know a ton about her, but I do love her voice, so I will be listening to more of her.
Into the unknown. Oh, are you out there? Do you know me? Can you feel me? Can you show me?
Phrasing is really good in this little bridge section. I do like the kind of energy and momentum she used to get into this bridge part, and she's harmonizing with her siren, with her Aurora duet, and it sounds really good. The harmonies are very locked in. The phrasing is really nice. They match really well. So I'm really happy with how she did this section. It's really nice. And she has a lot of power to her voice without sounding like she's hurting herself, which is so important when you're belting.
Into the unknown.
That was a really nice ending note. I believe that's a B flat. Just let me check. No, it's a C. So it's a C5. So that's a really nice C5. She does a really good job with the vowel of not closing off the O, because that would be the tendency for a lot of singers in the song, is to go to the no, kind of close themselves off in that way. So when you're belting up higher, it's really important that the vowel be correct and the shape of your vocal tract essentially be correct, because if it's closed like that, it's gonna make it really tight. So she kind of modifies to an if you listen to it, I'm actually gonna replay it on that last unknown.
I follow you into the unknown.
So if you hear, she's saying no instead of no. So that's gonna help balance out that sound and kind of reduce any risk of tension, if that makes sense. So for belting, especially when you get up to the C, B and C and higher than that, the vowel shape and the shape of the vocal tract is super important, as well as breath pressure, making sure there's not too much and there's not too little. So that's super important. If you ever want to try practicing this song, and kind of an exercise that would be really good would be do octave jumps. Oh no, no, and practice not closing off on that. Oh no, no. Oh no, no. Oh no, no. Oh no, no. And keep kind of working your way up to it. I believe the highest note is an E flat in this. So you can kind of work your way up to that. If you're trying to work on the song and trying to hit those high notes in a belt, I would practice just isolating those high notes and not trying to sing it with the actual words. Just go, oh no, right? Something like that, like I just did, to kind of ease yourself into it slowly so you don't hurt yourself. I actually overall really enjoyed her rendition a lot. I've listened to the Brendan Urie one. I've listened to obviously the Idina Menzel one. I saw the movie in theaters and I really actually loved the entire movie, and I loved the soundtrack. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I actually prefer the soundtrack to the first soundtrack, and I love the first soundtrack. So I'm a Disney person at heart. So I loved the first soundtrack, of course, but this one, there's just something about the songs that are just more haunting and have more substance, I guess. Just an overall, I really love the movie, really like her rendition, so highly recommend you watch her version. So yeah, I hope you guys really liked this video and thought it was helpful in any way, and kind of either if you just liked my commentary, if you have your own opinion, please comment below. Tell me like what you thought of Jimin. I keep feeling like I'm saying that wrong, but Jimin's version. Let me know what you thought, and then go ahead and subscribe while you're at it, because I'm gonna be posting more and more videos. And I'm also on TikTok. I'm almost at 10K followers as of now, so go follow me on TikTok. I'll link that below, and follow me on Instagram if you want more tips. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.